Well, hey YouTube, this is Lat123, and today this isn't a review, this is going to be an actual video. We're going to try and restore a train. And I bought this train at a local toy fair. I paid £5 for it. As you can see, it's been pretty much battered a little bit with the paintwork scratched off. I'm not sure what it is, but there you can see the windscreen is also damaged as well. And at the other end, do with a little bit of a tidy up really. It didn't run when I first got it. I had to open it up and have a look, and just a few loose wires and dodgy connectors and that sort of thing were, well, that's all that was wrong with it really. And now I've had it to bits and sorted it out, as you saw at the beginning of that video. It is now running. There's also a little slit in the top. I'm not sure why that's there. I might fill that in with a bit of something or another. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand all of this off, repaint the white on this. I'm also going to try and repair the windscreen that's been smashed, and the back end I might do something with that, I'm not sure yet. If I just turn it over, you'll see it's actually a Jelf loco. There in big letters it says Jelf, and hopefully by the end of this video I'll have it completely restored and all in working order. And the main aim is I'm going to do this as one sort of video with sort of cuts to different parts, as sort of a timeline really. So this is it now, and then hopefully we'll have the body off in the next video and have it painted up and looking a bit better. And I'm thinking what I actually use here to review the locos on is this plexi, just plastic, which I think would be quite nice to replace the windscreen with maybe. Cut this into bits. I did actually experiment with it. There you can see the corner of it's gone with another loco, and I couldn't get it to stick on, but I think some modelling glue might be the way forward with that. And yeah, that is pretty much it, and just a little chat about what's going to be coming up on the channel is something I'm going to do in a next video in the future, so get ready for that. This is just a quick little introduction, and hopefully you'll see all the stages of it by the end of the video. I hope we have well, a bit more respectable loco than this. It's lovely as it is with its little war wounds, but by the time it's restored it should be $1 million. So hopefully next stage will be stage 2. Well, hello YouTube, this is Lat123, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a different video. We're going to be doing the first part, well it's part 2 really, of the actual restoration of this very strange loco. If you didn't see part 1, which you probably did because it's all going to be one video, I pretty much bought this for £5, and it's a little bit scraped and scratched. All the white paint on the side, and the actual windscreen on the front of the loco is damaged as well. I don't know if you can see the crack in that. The actual engine itself I showed running in the first video, but before I got it running there were a few issues with the fact that it picks up power from the back end of it, and I had to clean all of the wheels and bogie etc. for that. The motor itself is in perfect running order, so we're not going to focus on that part today. All we're going to have a look at is pretty much the actual body. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do and sand all this off. And what I'm going to be using is this very thin sandpaper just to take off the paint on the outside of the body shell, and I'm going to wrap it in some wood so that it doesn't, well, so that when you actually sand it, it keeps sanding the whole of the side of it instead of just sort of going everywhere. So I'm going to try and catch that. This is pretty much what I'm trying to do. Nice and gently down the side, and it is taking it off gradually. It's going to take a while though, so we might end up coming back to when it's actually been done properly. But yeah, that is the plan for the whole way down, and look at that there, that's completely coming off of that side, so it's going well. And I haven't been going that long, and already you can see the sheer difference that it's made. Look at that, that's looking pretty good, isn't it? And so here we are, I've just done both sides of it, and I'm extremely happy with the result. I'm really pleased with the way it's turned out. I mean, from before when it didn't look all that great really, I mean, now it needs painting up really, and then we should be there. But yeah, I'm very pleased with the result. I've just run the body under the tap, and it looks even better now that the water's got right in all the cracks of it and all the parts that have got dusty. I mean, obviously you can't do this with a model with the body attached to it because it just ruined the insides of it, but yeah, if you can see the paint has come off and we'll be ready to apply some new paint. I'm debating whether to paint the grills at all on the top and the fans, but I'm not sure at the moment on that one. And that is pretty much it for this part, and stay tuned for the next. Thank you very much for watching and see you all soon. Bye bye. Hello YouTube, this is Layout123 and this is part 3 of the restoration of whatever this loco is called. And in part 3 we're going to see something completely different. We're going to do a bit of painting. And this is just an ordinary small thing of paint there that I'm going to be using. White paint. I think it should be about the right shade, and I did manage to get the windscreen out, and this is all that's left of it. It was a very strange sort of material. It feels like this sort of thing some food packaging comes in, which is very weird, but that's the sort of thing I'm going to use to repair the windscreen. But first I want to paint it, because I don't want to put the windscreen in there, get paint on it and then ruin it. So let's see if we can paint up the whole of this side. I'm going to be using a actual I'm not going to be using a paintbrush. I'm going to be using a match, because or any little wooden thing, because it's just easier to get right in down on it when you're using, like, painting something small. And let's see how we get on here. Not too bad. I wanted it to sort of be nice and thick on there, but I don't want it to look ridiculously thick. I don't do a lot of painting, as you can probably tell. Obviously there's nothing wrong with getting it wrong, because you can just sand it off again, but you don't want to keep doing it, because eventually you run out of the edge. I'll do one side and then leave the other side to dry, and then we'll come back to it at another day. As you can see, I've just flipped the loco over the other side and I've started to paint the other side of it. It's really taught me a lot, this project, and it just shows you that with £5 you can really buy a very cheap loco and do it up with very, very little effort, to be honest. It took a few bits of thinking here and there, but I was really, really happy with the way it turned out in the end, and you'll see that in a few minutes. Now this next part of the video you're about to see, I wasn't actually thinking of doing, but it was just where I saw some pictures of the real train on the internet. I noticed that it actually had a grey coloured top to it. So I started painting the top of it, and for those of you who are interested on how I didn't get down the sides of it, I used a lot of masking tape just to mask up the side panels and keep it nice and safe from getting anything too much on it. I then saw another picture on the internet where all of the top was painted grey, and I thought it did look kind of weird having the ends not painted, so then I painted the whole lot, and you have to see it doesn't look bad at all, does it? It really does look quite good. And I thought that was it, really. I thought I'd pretty much finished, when all of a sudden, somewhere along the line I must have caught one of the buffers, and I ended up having to make a little replacement one just out of a little bit of a yogurt pot and then painting it black. And now here it is, all restored, all finished, and I couldn't be happier with the way it's turned out. It turned out much better than I ever thought it would. I have a silver paint pen, which you're going to see in a couple of other videos coming up, and I managed to use that to just do a few of the finer details and the whistles on the top as well. As you can see as well, the top has totally dried and that looks brilliant. I did paint the grills black like I had said at the very start I was thinking of possibly doing, and you can see that all the lettering and the numbers look absolutely perfect now. And you can see as well that black buffer that I had to replace with the bit of yogurt pot has worked pretty well as well. I couldn't be happier with that either. So there you have it, just a quick silly little video really guys, but just something to show you what you can do. Just £5 spent, and I managed to restore this logo. Obviously I had the paints and stuff already, but I couldn't be happy with the way it's turned out. For everybody who wants to see it run, it will be running an up and coming running session video. Thank you very much for watching everybody. Thank you all for subscribing, liking and commenting, and I'll see you all guys on the next video. Let me know what you think below. Thank you.